Hello friends, I'm Neshik and today in this video I'll teach you how to create a modern and beautiful business listing and directory website using WordPress and also how to make money with this website. Now this website that we're going to create in this video is full of amazing and new features. In fact, it has all the features and functionalities that a professional business listing and directory website must have. Let me show you some of the core features of this website. Now first of all, this is the website that we'll be creating in this video. If you see from top to bottom, we have different sections over here. In our places section, we have this listing section, we have the blog section, all the different sections are present over here. Now in this website at top, if you see, you have your header. At the left hand side, we have your logo. Obviously, you can replace it with your own custom logo. Then we have the search bar. Now this is a very unique search bar. If you click on the search bar, so as you can see, when you click on that search bar, you get this page, and here we have a lot of things. We have categories. So if somebody wants, they can simply click on this restaurant categories and they can see all the different restaurants. Or if they want, they can click on the hotels category and they can see obviously all the different hotels. Or if they are looking for any specific thing, they can type in that thing and this will preload. This is Ajax search, so this will recommend them some listings based on their keyword. So if I type something like coffee, now as you can see, I'm getting all the listings related to coffee. Now if I want to search for restaurant, I can click on restaurant. So we can have different types of listing in this website as well. Obviously, I'll explain you about that thing. No results found for restaurant for this keyword, but in the listing option, we do have some results. If you want, you can now simply click on this thing and you can see the single listing page, but I'll show you that thing later on. Now if I cut this thing, after that we have our menu. You can obviously create your own menu. You can have different links in this menu. Then we have two different buttons. So if you already have registered with this website, you can log in, click on this login button. You will see the pop-up. You can enter your username and password and log in with this website. Or if you want, you can click on this register icon or register link and you can register with this website by just entering your username, email and password. Now let me show you one thing. Let me log in and let me show you what happens once you log in to this website. Now once you log in, you'll see this message, hi, whatever your username is, nice to see you back. Now this page will reload, and now instead of those different links, now we have few more options. Now we have this add listing button. We also have this thing. So if I click on this user avatar, I'll get this menu. I'll explain you about this menu. If you have any messages from any people or customers, you will see that under this messages. If you have any notifications, you will see that obviously under this bell icon notification tab. Now if you want to add a new listing, or if any one of your users want to add a new listing, they can simply click on this button add listing, and now they'll have to select the type of listing that they want to add. For example, if I want to add a house listing or a restaurant listing or a regular listing or a business listing, so here you can create different types of listing and you can style all of these listings differently. So for example, I've created, as you can see, this is a custom listing that I've created, restaurant listing. So I can have different widgets, different style in this listing. Similarly, different search options, different features for this listing. For example, one very simple example could be restaurant menu. So in this listing style, I can add restaurant menu, but obviously that listing will not be applied under house because restaurant menu has nothing to do with house. So you can have different types of listings and you can add different features, different styles to each type of these listing. Now if I want to add a regular business listing, I can click on add listing. Now for each listings, you'll have different packages. So here, as you can see, for this listing, I have created 3 different packages. With the basic package, which is free, I can add just one listing, but I cannot have all the other features because as you can see, these are all striked out. If I select this feature, if I select this listing or this package, advanced package, I can have most of the things, but I cannot have these 3 things. Or if you go for premium package, you can have all the listings. So suppose if I select this package and click on get now I'll be redirected to my add listing page wherein I'll see this form and I can fill in this form and I can submit my listing right from the front end. I don't have to go to the back end of this website to do this thing. I can submit this listing. In fact, all your users can submit their listings from the front end itself. Now we also have a built-in form builder. So you can create your own form. If you want to hide, for example, I don't want to show this option, listing address, so I can hide this option. Or if you want to add more options in this form, you can do that as well. So we have a form builder in this website. You can design your form and add any options you want. Now we also have a front end dashboard. So if you click on this avatar again, you'll see first option is your dashboard option. We have few more options, but if you click on dashboard option, you will see we have a front end dashboard for all our users. And this is how, as you can see, your dashboard will look like with all the different graphs, all the different charts that you have over here. So 153, I've published 153 listing, no reviews yet received. You can have paid. All these options can be had over here. You can see the statistics, how many people viewed your listing, how many people shared your listing. All these things can be seen. How many people added your listing in the favorite list. So you can see those things as well. Then you can go to profile, do changes on your profile. You can go to billing, do some changes under billing, and under listing, if you want to add different types of listing, you can control that thing as well. So we have a front end dashboard. Now let me again come back to the home page. Let me show you the home page very quickly. Now in the home page, if you see, first we have this section. Basically we have different sections. First section is this search section. Now if somebody wants to search for something, if they type in something, again this will auto reload. As you can see, it will automatically load and it will show you some suggestions. Similarly, if you want, you can type in the place. So for example, I'm looking for something at this place. So if you type in the place, and if you just type in anything, any letter, again this will also automatically reload or automatically load all the different options. For example, for A, it has loaded Atlanta and Bangkok. Similarly, under categories, when you click on this thing, it will load and it will show you different categories. Now you can select these options and click on search now, and you will get results based on your search filtration. Now if you want to search for restaurant, you can click on restaurants, and now as you can see, we have different options for different search options. Now in this website, we also have a search form builder. So you can create and build your own search form, whatever option you want. For example, if you don't want this title option in the search form, you can just get rid of that. Then our next section, we have a title, we have a subtitle, and after that we have different types of categories. So if somebody clicks on listings, they will see all the listings in one place. Similarly, if somebody clicks on restaurants, they can see all the restaurants in one place. Then when you scroll down, we have this listing option. You can create different type of listing. Now in this listing, what I have done is I'm showcasing different listings which are based in New York. So I am, as you can see, the title over here says Explore New York. Now we can also add different type of filtration option. So if somebody wants to see first popular viewed or popular rated, they can select this option and then it will reload like that. If somebody wants to see only hotels, they can click on hotels in New York. So it will show all the hotels in New York. If they want to see shopping centers in New York, they can click on shopping centers and they will see this option. So this is how it works. If you scroll down, we have similar section over here. Now if somebody wants to see all the different listings in England, for example, they can click on England and they can see all those listings. Similarly, you can see we have so many different options about this. I'll explain you later on in this video. Now if somebody wants to search for something, they can click on this search bar or they can simply click on this search button. Now they will be redirected to this search page, and this is how this search page looks like. Again, at top you can filter different things. If you want to search for restaurant, you can click on restaurant. If you want to see, basically the newest posted listing, you can click on newest. Now it will showcase, or it will basically order by newest. As you can see, sort by descending or order by newest. If you want to see the most viewed, you can click on most viewed. Then it will show you listing regularly. Now if you want to also see the map, you can enable map. Now once you enable map, at the right hand side you have this map option, and you can see wherever this listing is placed on this map. So you have this option as well. Now if you open a single listing, for example, if I open this listing over here, so this is basically how a single listing looks like. At top you can have a slider like this. Then after that you have your logo, you have the listing name, a tagline, and after that we have this menu. Now you can also control the layout of this page, how this page looks like, what all option you want. For example, we have average review, boost your listing, or then we have the description option. Now instead of this option, if you want to add some other options, for example, if you want, suppose if you want description, but if you want to bring it at top, you can have it as well. So you can rearrange these widgets, you can add a widget, you can delete a widget. Basically, you can customize this whole listing style. So as you can see, this is how a single listing looks like. It will display all the different features, all the different photos, videos, and if there is any review, you can see those reviews as well. You can also add some widgets at the right hand side, price range of this listing, statistics related to this listing, and all these options can be seen. We also have a promote listing option. So you can create different pricing plans. If somebody wants to promote their listing, like we have Google ads. So if somebody wants to display their listing as ads, as advertisement on your website on different pages. For example, if the owner of this listing wants to promote this listing on different pages, maybe on search page, on home page, and other pages, they can click on this button, promote listing. Now they can select a package. So for example, if there could be many packages, I just created one. if they want to promote their listing in the list sidebar, they will have to pay $30. They can click on boost now, make the payment, and after that their payment or after that their listing will be boosted. So once they promote their listing, this listing, whatever the promoted listing is, will show up in all the sidebars of single listing. So this is how it works. Obviously, as I said you earlier, I'll show you everything in more detail when we go later on in this video. Now people can also share this listing, they can favorite this listing, and they can see these listings later on in this dashboard. Now there are different listing styles as well. This is a regular listing. If you go to some other option, for example, this is a restaurant listing. Now in this restaurant listing, as you can see, we have a different header, we have different options. People can create menus as well for restaurant. They can add more options, like here, as you can see at the right hand side, we have featured listing. Okay, we have slider promotion, so you can promote different listings like this. We have slider layout. Again, these are all promoted listings. Just like I was talking about, if somebody wants to promote their listing, this is how their listing will show up in this sidebar as promoted listings. Okay. Now in this video, we'll also see how to create about page, blog page, search page, all those different pages that will help you to make your website more complete. Now there are many more features that I want to show you, but I don't want to do it right now because this will make the introduction very long. I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of the website that we'll be creating. Now I hope you guys like this demo website. If you like this demo website and if you want to create this exact same website or a similar website, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. And before you proceed further, make sure you guys subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now, let's start creating this website. Alright guys, now to create any kind of website, whether it's an e-commerce website, a simple blog, a business website, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, youtube.com, google.com, nashik.com, all these things are different domain names. So we also have to register a domain name on the internet, so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Now the second and the most important thing is your website's hosting. Now hosting is basically a computer or a server wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this website, all the different listings, all the different database, all the different media files, this entire website is saved in that server, and that server is running 24/7, so that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live. So your website is always up and running. Now hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience of your website, your website security, and even your website's ranking in Google search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you selected a good and reliable hosting, your website speed and performance will be amazing. You'll get better ranking in Google search results and your website will also be very much secure. And obviously in contrast to that, if you select a bad, cheap or crappy hosting, your website will load very fast, your website security will be compromised, and you won't get better ranking in Google search results. Now there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only a handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. You can simply open a new tab and type in blogdude.com/nh. Now NH stands for Name Hero, and this link is also given in the video description below. So you don't even have to type in this thing, simply click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Now this is the hosting that we'll be using, Name Hero hosting. Now this is one of the best hostings available. This is obviously not the only best hosting. There are a few more hostings. If you go to my website blogdude.com, here you'll see, if you click on this option right at top, best WordPress hosting, you'll see I've listed few good hostings over here. For example, if you have been following my channel, you know that Fast Comet, A2 Hosting, SiteGround, these are also very good hostings. Now for this website, we'll be using Name Hero because I've seen that this website requires a lot more processing power. So that is the reason why we'll be using Name Hero, which is one of the best hostings available. You can see I've created a small list over here. Now you'll see there are 4 different plans available. Now you can see Starter, Plus, Turbo and Business Cloud. And you can also go through all the different features available. Now without wasting any time, for most of you guys, I would recommend you to start with this Plus Cloud. Now you'll see the main difference is that with the Starter Cloud, you can create one website, but with the Plus Cloud, you can create up to 7 websites. And after that, you will get 2 GBs of RAM, unlimited SSD storage, free cPanel, auto SSL free and auto SSL and light speed web server. Now the great thing is that they are not only offering light speed web server for the for the higher end plans, but also for these two beginner plans, starter and plus cloud. For these two also they are using, or they are offering light speed server, which is really good because this will improve your website's speed. And obviously, needless to say, Turbo Cloud will be much more faster, but I would recommend you to start with Plus Cloud. I know this is more than enough for new websites. Once you see that you require more hosting power, then you can anytime upgrade to Turbo Cloud. But I would always recommend you to start small. Once you think that you need more power for your website, you can anytime upgrade. So start with this Plus Cloud plan. Select this plan and click on this Order Now button. Now here you have to either register a new domain or use your current domain if you have already registered your domain name somewhere else. So if you want to register a new domain, if you're doing this for the first time, you have not yet registered any domain, you can do it over here. So you can register a new domain over here. So for example, if I want to register this domain name nayashik.com, I can type in Nayashik over here, and from here I can select .com, .net, .in. Hundreds of different domain name extensions are available, as you can see. So whatever domain name extension you want, you can select that. .org, .net, .us, many different domain name extensions are available. So you can select this option, click on search, and once this domain is available, you will be redirected to your next step. Or if you want to do one thing, if you already have registered your domain name on some other website, maybe on GoDaddy, Namecheap, or NameRight, or any other website, you can use this option, use your current domain. And here you can type in that domain name that you have registered on some other website, type in the domain name extension and click on next. Then after that, I'll show you how you can link that domain with this Name Hero hosting. Now let me show you what happens if you register a new domain. So if you register a new domain, click on search. It will search whether this domain name is available or not. So if it is available, you will see this option. Now you can click on continue. Now once you click on continue, you will see whether you want to go with 3 years plan, 2 years or 1 year plan. Obviously, if you select a higher end plan, you will have to pay less money because you're paying for 3 years. Or if you select a lower end plan, for example, if you select for 1 year, you'll have to pay slightly more. So you can select any one of these billing cycles. Now after that, I would not recommend you to tick mark anything from here, or else it will, it will cost you a little bit more. So don't tick mark anything, just select the billing cycle, and after that click on continue. Now again, you get few more options, but we don't want to use them. Just click on continue again. And finally, you will be redirected to a checkout page. Here you have to scroll down and make sure you have selected create a new account and fill in this simple form. So you have to enter your first name, last name, your email address, phone number, and after that your company name. This is optional, so you can just leave this thing. Enter your address, country, all these basic details. Now this will ask you how did you find about this hosting, so you can select YouTube, or obviously if you want you can select anything else. Support pin, you can just set 4-digit pin, like as you can see 1 2 3 4 or 3 4 5 6, something like that, so that whenever you raise a new ticket you can enter this support ticket, or you can enter this support pin. So just enter any 4-digit number, and after that you have to set some password for yourself. So enter some password over here, and again under confirm password enter the same password. Now this email address that you will be entering over here and this password is very important. This email and password will become your login credentials. So whenever in future you want to log into your Name Hero account, you'll have to enter this email address and password. So make sure whatever you set in over here, make sure you remember that. Now once you select this option, now you can go ahead at the bottom and you can make payment through credit, debit card, ATM card, PayPal, Coinbase, any option you can select. So if you want, you can pay through credit, debit card or your ATM card, and you can just enter your card details over here. Just make sure to see this thing that only 4 types of cards are accepted over here: Discover, MasterCard, Visa and American Express. Now the reason I'm saying this thing is because most of the people in India have a RuPay card, and that card is not accepted over here. That is a domestic card. So if you have a RuPay card or any other card, you can visit your bank and you can upgrade your card to Visa or a MasterCard. Once you do that thing, you can come over here at the bottom, tick mark this thing and click on checkout. Now once you click on that checkout button and make the payment, now you have to come to this website, namehero.com/login, and here you have to enter the email address and password that you have set in your previous step. So enter that email address and password and click on login to Name Hero. Now you'll see this page, and here you will see this option over here, One My Cloud. So click on this option, and over here you will see your website, whatever package I have selected, Turbo package. If you have selected Plus package, whatever package you have selected, you'll see this option. Now the very first thing that I want to show you before we proceed further, I want to show you if you have selected your domain name or if you have registered your domain name on some other website and if you want to use it with name hero, let me show you how you can do that. So for example, if you have registered your domain name on GoDaddy, so you can go to godaddy.com, log into your account and go to my products. And here you'll see all the different domain names that you have registered. Now suppose for example, if I want to use this domain name, let's see fem.in. If I want to use this domain name with a name hero, then I can select this domain, click on this DNS button. So whatever domain name registrar you're using, for example, if you're using Namecheap or you're using GoDaddy, Google Domains, whatever you're using, you'll always see this DNS option. Now here you'll see some name servers, click on this change, delete these name servers from here. Just delete him like this and now enter your own personal name server. So you'll see your name server number 1 is given, copy it, paste it over here. Then after that, copy your name server number 2 and obviously paste it under line 2. Once you do that, after that, click on save. Now, once you click on save, it can take up to 24 hours to propagate these settings. Now, till then, you can do one thing. You can now log into your cPanel. Now, this step was obviously not necessary for people who have registered their domain name just now with name hero. This was only for those who have registered domain names outside name hero. Now this is your cPanel and here you will see there are so many different options are available. Now the very first thing that I would recommend you to do is do some settings on your cPanel so that your website performance will be improved. Now to do that thing, you can search for PHP and you will see this option, select PHP version. Click on this option, select PHP version. Now on this page, you will see it says current PHP version. So for you, if it is 7.1, 7.2 or 7.3, make it 7.4. Okay, or if you're watching this video in future, maybe 1 or 2 years after after uploading this video, you might see 7.56. So select that latest one. So basically select the latest one that you see. So 7.3 by default it is, you have to make it 7.4. Just click on 7.4, it will save the settings. Then after that, click on this options tab and over here you have to scroll down and under max execution time, make sure it is 600. If it is anything smaller than this, for example, if it is 6 or if it is just 50 or something like this, just type in 600 over here. Okay, like this, it will be saved automatically. As you can see, this page is getting saved automatically. And after that, max input time should also be at least 600. Max input variables should be at least 1000 and memory limit should at least be 128. You can increase this thing as well, but just make it at least 128 MB. Very important. Now these are few basic settings. I would always recommend you to do these settings. This will improve your website speed. Now again, come back to your cPanel. Now we can do one thing. We can install WordPress on our domain name. So to do that thing, click on this search bar again and search for Softaculous App Installer. Select this option, Softaculous App Installer, and you'll see so many different apps are available. We want to use this app, WordPress. So click on this install button. And from here, select the domain name that you want to use. So we want to use this domain name, wilcity3.blogdoot. And make sure under in directory, this is empty. If you see anything like this typed in over here, just delete it. Make sure your in directory box is empty. Now you can change your website name and your website description. So let me just name my website WilCity, and under description, I'll type in listing website. Obviously, you can type in something else if you want. Now, at the right hand side, you will see your admin account. So here you will see your username and password. Now, this username and password is for your WordPress website. So I would recommend you to delete this thing and enter your own username and password. So I'll delete this thing. Now delete this password and enter your own personal password over here. And similarly, under admin email, delete this email and enter your personal email address. All right. Now, once you do that thing, go ahead at the bottom and click on this install button. Now WordPress has started installing on your domain name. This is a very small process, hardly takes around 10 to 12 seconds. So as you can see, it is already completed. Now once it is completed, once WordPress is installed on your domain name, you will get two different links. If you open the first link, you will see your website. So this is how your website is looking right now. And if you open your second link, this is your dashboard link. And here, as you can see, this is how your dashboard is looking. Now this page, this dashboard page is the most important page of your website, because you will be doing everything from this website. So if you want to control your website, if you want to change your website design, if you want to add a new product, if you want to manage your payments, manage comments, everything will be done from this page. And whenever you want to come to this page, simply type in your website name and after that put in /wp-admin, you'll land on this page. Now whenever you install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few basic things that you have to understand, and there are a few basic settings that we have to do. So let's see them. First of all, you'll see at the left hand side you have this menu. Now first option is this dashboard option, and under dashboard you'll see few widgets are given to you. You can do one thing, you can delete all these widgets because these are not really important. So click on screen options and untick all these options from here. Alright, now you have a nice and clean dashboard. Second option is your post option from the left hand side, and obviously under this option you will be using this option to create different blog posts. Then you have the media option. So all the different media files that is present on your website, all these images, all the different media files, you will see them over here and you can manage them from here. Then we have the pages option, which obviously will be used to create and manage different pages. Comments option will be used to manage different comments. So whenever you have any comment on your website, on any page or any other post, you will see all your comments in this page, and from here you can manage them, you can approve and unapprove them. If you want to reply them, you can reply, you can delete them or mark it spam. The next option is very important. Next option is your appearance option. Now here you'll see that 3 different themes installed for you and one theme is already activated. Now if you go to your website, this is how your website is looking right now, and this design and appearance of your website is because of this theme, 2021 theme. Now let's do one thing, let's try to activate some other theme and let's see what happens. So if I activate this 2019 theme and again come back to my website and refresh it, now as you can see your website design is completely changed. So this is basically what a theme does. A theme changes your website style and appearance. Now I would recommend you to do one thing, just delete all the extra themes, okay? Make sure you always have only one theme installed and activated. So for all these extra themes, you can just delete them like this. Then we have the plugins option, so click on plugins. Over here also you'll see few extra plugins will be given to you. I would recommend you to just delete them. Now what is a plugin? A plugin is basically kind of a software or an add-on that will add some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, right now your website does not have any feature related to this listing website, business listing website. So now you cannot create a listing, you cannot manage payments, cannot create packages and all. So to do these things we'll need several plugins, and later on in this video I'll show you how to install and activate and use those plugins. Then after that you have to click on the settings option from the left hand side. If you have not already changed your website title and description, you can change it from here. Then again make sure you're under admin email you have your own personal email address. Now under membership, tick mark this thing, anyone can register, very important, so that people can come and register on your website. And new user default role, let it be subscriber for now, and I'll explain you later on about this default user role. Now under time zone you can set it based on your country. So because I'm from India, I'll set it at Kolkata time zone. Now click on save changes. Now under settings click on permalinks, and over here you'll see by default day and name will be selected. Select this post name and click on save changes again. Now once you do this thing, again come back to your dashboard, and with this all the basic settings related to your WordPress website is now 100% completed. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's first of all install a new theme, because obviously right now if you see your website is looking pretty bad. So we need to convert this bad website, this boring website, into something amazing and beautiful like this one. And obviously as I said earlier, with that we also need few plugins that to add all these amazing functionalities and features on your website. Now for that we'll need a new theme, and with that theme you'll get all the required features. And to get that theme you have to open a new tab and type in blogspot.com/WilCity, and again this link is also given in the video description below, so you don't even have to type in this thing as well. Just click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Now this is the theme that we'll be using. If you just scroll down, you can read about all the different features that is available with this theme. Now you need to purchase this theme. This is a premium theme. As you can see, you'll have to pay $69. Now you don't have to worry about the pricing. The reason I'm saying that is because this is a one-time payment. So once you pay this $69, you can have and you can use this theme on your website for lifetime. You'll also get future updates as well. So whenever this theme is updated in future, you'll keep on getting those updates for lifetime as well. Now with this, you also get 6 months of support. So if you have any problem with this theme, if you're not able to achieve a certain design that they promise or anything like that, you can always go to support and you can raise a new ticket and they will help you out. So this is the theme that we need. Just click on this buy now button and purchase this theme. I already did that. Now once you do it, you can now hover over this option. You will see your username at the top right corner. Hover over that and click on downloads. Now you'll see all the different themes and plugins that we have purchased over here. Now this is the one that we want to use, WilCity directory listing theme. Click on this download button and select the second option, installable WordPress file only. Now a new zip file will start loading. You again have to come back to your dashboard and click on appearance. Now we need to upload this zip file that we have just downloaded. Now click on add new, upload theme. Now over here you need to choose this file. So click on choose file and select the file that you have just downloaded. So let me go to downloads and select this file, click on open, click on install now. Now once this theme is successfully uploaded, now you need to click on this activate link. So click on this activate link and now this theme will be activated. You can now go ahead and delete this 2019 theme as well. We don't need this extra theme, so delete that thing. Now with this theme, as I said earlier, you'll get all the required plugins. So you can click on this link, begin installing plugins. Now over here, just tick mark this thing. So instead of installing it one by one, if you just tick mark it over here, it will select all the plugins and now you can install all of them at once. I would recommend you to untick few things which will not be required. So Visual Composer is a plugin. We are not using this. It is basically a page builder. We are not using this page builder. King Composer is also a page builder. And we don't want this. Let's see. WilCity WP Bakery add-on, because all this is related to this plugin, Visual Composer plugin. And let me see. Here you can untick these three: King Composer, Visual Composer, and WilCity WP Bakery add-on. Rest all you can install them. So go ahead at the top under bulk action, select install and click on apply. Now once these plugins are installed, you can now go ahead at the bottom and click on this link, return to required plugin installer. And now we need to activate these plugins. So tick mark this thing and again just untick those three options. Okay, these three. And now again under bulk action, this time you have to select activate and click on apply. Now all these plugins will be activated for you. Now once it is done, you can now come back to your dashboard. Now once you click on that dashboard link, you might be redirected to this WooCommerce setup. Now if you're not redirected to WooCommerce setup, let me show you what you can do. You can actually go back to your dashboard. If you're not redirected to WooCommerce setup, just click on this WooCommerce link from the left hand side. You will see this setup window. Now over here you just need to enter your basic address. So you can enter your office address, your personal address, your business address, any address, and after that select your country name, city name, enter your postal code, and after that click on continue. Now you have to select the type of products that you will be selling, and now this is not really important. So if you tick mark anything, it does not really matter. This is just a simple survey. This whole process is just a simple survey. So you can tick mark anything and click on continue. Now again you can tick mark physical and digital and click on continue again. Now how many products do you plan to display? So you can select anything from here. Currently if you're selling anywhere, just select no and click on continue. Now this will recommend you few plugins. We obviously don't need them, so make sure to untick this thing and click on continue again. Now this will recommend you few themes. Again, we don't need this, so again click on this option, continue with my active theme. And now this is completed. With this you have completed your setup. Now again, if you come back to your dashboard, now because we have installed and activated several plugins, we get all these different notices. So let's just get rid of all these different notices over here. Just dismiss them like this. And now you can also click on this screen option and untick these widgets like this. Okay, I think we can also get rid of this Dokan plugin because this is also not required over here. So you can do one thing, click on plugins from the left hand side, and that is a pretty heavy plugin by the way, so we don't need them. We don't need this thing, so just deactivate this Dokan plugin and delete it. Okay, I would recommend you delete this plugin like this. And let's see. Okay, now once this is done, again I would recommend you to just dismiss these notices. Now if you see this notice, WilCity database update, you can click on this button to run or to update your database basically. Right, so now again you can come back to your dashboard. Now these two notices will fix it later on. Now if you again come back to your website and refresh it, now as you can see your website looks much better. So now let's go ahead and start creating some important pages. So to do that thing, you can click on pages from the left hand side. Now few pages will already be created for you. For example, if you see your wishlist page, shop page, all these pages will be created for you. Now you need to do one thing, click on this add new button and add a new page. Now the very first page that we need to create is our dashboard page. So if you see your demo website, I have shown you this thing. If you click on your profile picture and if you click on dashboard, you will see your dashboard, this front end dashboard. So first we need to create this front end dashboard, and creating all these pages are very easy. You'll see it yourself. So again, come back to this page. First of all, just give it any title. So under title, I'll type in user dashboard or just dashboard if you want. Okay, just type in user dashboard. Now from the right hand side under template, select dashboard option, WilCity dashboard, which is over here. So select this thing and click on publish. All right. And just like this, you have created your dashboard page. Now again, if you open this thing in a new tab, and here as you can see, you have your dashboard page created for you just like this. Again, come back to your dashboard. In fact, I would recommend you to do one thing. If you see there is one dashboard page already created for you, this is for Dokan. So you can delete this dashboard page as well. So click on trash and this will be obviously deleted. And you can delete this one as well, store list. This is also not really required. Alright, now once you delete these two pages, now let's create our next page. Click on add new and create our add listing page. So once you click on add listing, if you click on this button, add listing from top, obviously you'll go through this step. First you have to select a package. So we'll have to create this packages page as well. So suppose whatever package you select, if I click on add listing, and whatever package I select after that, if I click on get now, you will be redirected to this add listing page. So we need to create this packages page and this add listing page as well. First, let's create this add listing page. So give it a title of add listing, or obviously if you want submit listing, anything like that. And again, from the right hand side, this time you have to select WilCity add listing over here and publish this page. This is also created just like this. Now this will not work properly. If you just open this in a new tab, it will not work properly right now. We have to do a few things over here. This is a blank page. As you can see, it says missing required information. I'll show you how you can fix this thing. This is just a blank page. So again, come back to your website. Now let's create our packages page. So again, click on this add new button and under title, just type in packages. And obviously now at the right hand side, you have to select under template, WilCity packages. So it will be at bottom, as you can see, WilCity package page. Select this option and publish this page. Now we'll need to do a few more things on this. We'll need to use Elementor to create this thing. So click on edit with Elementor. And over here you have to search for pricing plan. Now I'll show you how to use Elementor in detail later on when we create our home page and different pages. Right now you will see this search widget over here at the left hand side. Under that, just search for pricing plan. You'll see this option WilCity pricing table. Drag and drop it over here. Now under item list, just select 3 items if you're planning to create 3 different packages. And under listing type, select this option, depends on listing type request. Okay, just select this much and click on update. Obviously this is a blank page right now because we have not yet created any packages. If I come back, so basically it will look something like this page. So if you select, if you see, we have selected 3 items per row. So it will display 3 items per row. And once you click on that thing, the listing or the packages will show depending on the listing type. So if you click on add listing, this is a different type of listing. So if you click on this thing, as you can see, we are getting 3 packages, advanced, basic and premium. If you again come back and if you select suppose restaurant, here you will get 3 different packages, popular, professional and free. Okay, so this is how it works. If you don't understand, don't worry. Once we start creating different packages and different listings, you will understand everything more properly. Now again, come back to this thing and now we can cut back to our dashboard. So you can click on this hamburger icon, this 3 lines icon, and click on exit to dashboard. Now let's create a search page. So whenever someone searches for something, they will be redirected to that page. That will be a search page. So again, click on this W, come back to your WordPress dashboard, click on add new. Now under title, you can just type in search. And now at the right hand side, you have to select this option, WilCity search version 2. Select this and publish this page. And obviously this will become your search page. Now finally, one more page. So again, come back to your dashboard and create a new page. Click on add new. And under title, just type in become an author. And at the right hand side, you have to select become an author template, WilCity become an author. Okay. And over here at the bottom, you have to type in all the different terms and conditions. So now basically what is happening over here is whenever someone sign up on your website, they sign up as a subscriber. Basically they sign up as a regular person. And if they want to become an author, author means someone who will be able to create a listing. Okay. So if they want to create a listing, they'll have to first become an author. So they have to fill in this form, or basically it will not be a form. It will just be a single button. Once they click on that button, they will be converted into an author or into a contributor, and now they can start creating different listings. So on this page, if you have any terms and conditions or terms of services, you can list them. So you can just go ahead and type it like this. I'll just do one thing. I'll paste in some dummy text over here. So I'll paste in maybe this much. Okay, this is just some dummy text. Paste it over here. All right. Now just go ahead and publish this page, and this page is also created. Again, come back to your dashboard. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's create different packages. We have created the packages page, but we have not created individual packages for that. For example, if I open this packages page in a new tab, if you see this view, you can click on this thing, right click on this thing and click on open link in a new tab. This is how it will look like. If you click on add listing, for example, if you want to add a new listing, now as you can see, we don't have any listing plans created, any packages created for that. So let's see how we can do that. So for that, you will see that thing under this option, listing plans. Click on this listing plans. And now we need to click on add new. Now over here, suppose if I click on add listing over here, as you can see, we have created 3: basic, premium and advanced. Obviously in the basic, you will have only few options, like you can add only one single listing, but you cannot upgrade, you cannot, all these things are not available. Only one option. If you select a higher plan, most of the things are available, but these 3 things are not available. If you select the highest plan, obviously all the options will be available for you. All the features will be available for you. So we also have to create a similar plan. So suppose if I create a basic plan, I can type in basic. Now set this plan to. Under this thing, you have to select listing plan and click on execute. Now it will say congratulations, this plan has been added to listing. Now click on add. Now you need to set all these things that you want to enable or disable. For example, now under description, what it will say popular, or if you want, you can select that thing. Now under pricing, regular price, for example, the basic regular price is 0. So this is a free plan basically. So I'll just type in 0 over here. Then period day, you can select for how many days this listing will be available. So under listing availability, with this plan can create, this person can create, with this plan, this person can create only one single listing. And for period day, I'll just type in 365 days. So this is for 1 year probably. So I'll just type in 365 over here. Now what all option you want to enable or disable. So this person can upload the featured image, cover image, logo, but they cannot have this statistics in this sidebar. I will disable this thing. So if you open a single listing, you'll see and you'll understand all these things. So let me open a single listing. If I go to listings option, if I click on listings, here you will see all the different listings that are created on your website. If you open a single one, for example, let's open this first one. Oh, see here what we are saying is this person can upload this featured image, this person can upload this image, this logo basically, but this person will not see this statistics in this sidebar. So if you see this sidebar, here we can add statistics like this. So this person cannot add something like this in this sidebar. So similarly, you can just go ahead, you can enable or disable. This person also cannot add business hours or like this. Okay, here we don't have, but you can add business hours at the right hand side. So if you're selecting this basic plan, you cannot do this thing with this plan. So I'll disable this thing as well. Toggle price range, maybe this is this can all to be done as well. So I'll disable this thing as well. So as you can see, price range, this person who is selecting this basic plan cannot have this option as well. So you get the point. So similarly, you can go ahead, enable or disable anything like this. And after that, you can do one thing, come at the top and you can create all these things that are available and all those things that are not available, just like you have seen in the packages page. So again, if you go to packages, click on add listing. Here, as you can see, we have this list created. So let's just copy this list and paste it over here. Just click on this. And now as you can see, this is pasted for you. Now you just need to do one thing. You need to create, let me actually delete one thing. Let me show you how it works. You just need to create a list. Let me actually delete this thing as well. Show you from scratch. So first you need to create a list. Click on this plus button and search for list. Okay, select this list option. Now if something is available, for example, this person can add one listing. If you see this thing, listing available, this person can add one listing. So I'll type in one listing. Okay, now this person cannot do this thing, as you can see, cannot have this sidebar statistics. Okay, so I'll type in sidebar statistics. Okay, and I'll strike through this thing. So you can select this much. For example, if you want to strike through this thing, select this and click on this drop down button and select strike through. So you'll get this design. Okay, you'll see this cross over here and this thing will be strike through like this. So similarly, you can just go ahead and create a listing like this. Let me just copy and paste in this listing over here just to save some time. All right, you can go ahead and create a listing like this, and after that you can publish this plan. Again, come back to this dashboard, or just come back to dashboard and create a new plan. Click on add new. Let's create the highest end plan, premium plan. So I'll just name it premium. Now this plan also, I want to set this as my listing plan. So I'll select listing plan and click on execute. And again, you will see this notice over here, or you'll see this option. Congratulations, this has been added. Click on OK. Now under listing category, just make it as it is. And I want to add this under my recommended. So this plan will be recommended. And after that, you can now set price. So for example, the price is $19.99. And how many listings you can add? Maybe 50 listings. And this will be available for 1 year. And I want to make sure everything is enabled over here. Okay. So this person can do everything from here. Now you can go ahead, select this option, copy everything. Maybe let me copy these options from here. Okay. And just like this, you can create your own listing option. Okay. Now again, just go ahead and publish this plan. And now again, if you come back to this packages plan, and now if you click on add listing, let's see what happens. Now, as you can see, we get these two options. Now here it says popular, and this is also the recommended one. So you get, as you can see, these two listings are now available. Now, if you select this option, if you click on add event, you won't see that option, because for events, for all these different listing types, you have to create different packages. Now, let me explain you one thing, very basic thing. Now there are different types of listings available over here. So if you click on add listing, different types of listings are available, and for each type of these listings, you can have different styling for the single listing page, and you can also have different features. So similarly, for example, here as you can see, I have added a listing type of restaurant. So under restaurant, you can have a different style, you can have different options. So for example, under restaurant, you can have restaurant menu option, but in add house, you don't need that restaurant menu option. So for each listing, we'll have different styles and we'll have different options, and similarly, we'll have different plans for them as well. Now these two listing types are already created for you: listing, the regular listing, and event. These two are already created for you. Later on in this video, I'll also show you how you can create a new listing style. For example, if you want to add house listing style for real estate listing or restaurant listing style, I'll show you how you can do that thing and how you can create a form for that. Now let's create our form. So if you click on this option, if you click on add listing, for example, as you can see, this is not yet working because we have not yet created our form. So let's see how we can create that form. So people, when they select any package, they can see that form. So if I click on add listing, if I select any package, for example, if I select this middle package, click on get now, I can now see this form. So let's see how we can create this form. So for this, again, come back to your dashboard. Now again, come back to this option. Now here at the left hand side, you'll see Wiloke tools. Under this, you will see listing settings. Okay, click on listing settings. And over here, you can create that form. Now, as you can see, this is an empty form right now. We can create our own form. So first of all, you can have, like, let me just use this option. So first we have this header option over here. So if you want to add the header option, as you can see, you have this header, just drag and drop it at the bottom like this. Okay, like this. Now we have the header option. For header, if you want some other icon, for example, here we have this icon. If you want some other icon, you can click on this option, select some other icon for header. Maybe let me select this icon, click on use icon. So this icon is added. Section name, it says header. We also have header. If you want to change this thing, you can also give some description. Now listing title will be required. So here, as you can see, listing title, tagline, logo, and cover. Okay, so listing title, tagline, logo, and cover. If you want to set this thing required, you can have it, or if you want to make it not required, you can just untick it like this, and that will become not required. Now you can minimize this thing. Second option is contact information. So again, you will see this thing at top. Here it is, as you can see, drag and drop it at over here at the bottom, contact information. Similarly, you can go ahead and change the icon, change the section name, and which all option you want. If you want to hide some option, for example, here we have email, phone number, and website. Now, suppose if you want to hide this website option, I don't want people to enter their website name. So you can just untick this thing. Okay. And maybe you want to make phone number compulsory. So people must enter their phone number. So you can make it required as well. Okay. So you can set it like this. Similarly, next option is tags. Then we have listing address. So you can search for tags, which is over here. Let me actually do one thing. Let me minimize this size just so that I can show you this thing properly. Now if you search for tags, which is over here, drag and drop it like this. Okay, then we have listing address. So this is the listing address. I'll drag and drop it over here. Okay, this is how it will work. As you can see, I'll minimize this thing as well. Then we have listing content. You can search for this thing as well. Here it is. As you can see, listing content, drag and drop it. Obviously, if you want to rearrange them, if you want contact at the bottom, you can bring contact at the bottom as well. Then category, gallery and business are. So if you search for that, we have category, minimize it. Then we need gallery, which is over here. Then we need business hours, which will be over here. Let me search for that. Here it is. Bring it over here at the bottom. Okay, like this. Now here, as you can see, we have few more options like restaurant menu, custom button. So obviously this is nothing related to restaurant. So we are not going to use these options. You can use text area, date, time, select fields, checkbox field, group field, text field. These are some custom options that you can use to create any kind of form, and you can showcase these details on your single listing page wherever you want. Then after that we have video URL. Maybe I don't want this video URL thing, or maybe we want it. Then you can also add a custom button. I don't want this product option. And listing type relationship also, we don't want this thing. So maybe video URL, let me search for that. Here it is. Drag and drop it over here. I want this much. And maybe let me just select this custom button as well. Just to show you how this thing works. Okay. Now once you have this thing, you can now go ahead and click on save changes. Now we have more settings related to this. So this was under add listing tab. So we have created this form. Now under listing card, we have some more options like button info. It will say total buttons, Google address, all these things, phone number, card photo. We have this listing category. Now this is related to the card or the archive page. When you see this search page or the archive page, you will see that listing card and what all information you want to display under the listing card. You can set that thing over here. For example, if you see the search page, here as you can see, first we have this featured image, then we have the title, then we have this tagline, we have the address, phone number, and then at the bottom we have this category. You can see this option over here. First we have this total views in the button. If you see button here, it says total views 33 or 37 views. So that is what we have. Instead of this, if you want to add, call us or email us, you can have that option as well. Then we have the Google address and phone number. As you can see, Google address and phone number. Instead of this, obviously, if you want something else, you want listing tag or something else, you can have that thing as well. Instead of phone number, if you want something else, you can have that thing as well. And at the bottom, we have listing category. As you can see, this is your listing category, destination, beautiful, food and drink. These are all different categories. So you can set this thing and you can control this thing like this. And now you can just go ahead and click on save settings. You can, if you want, you can add a new section, click on add new section, and you can design it like that. Then next option is review settings. So whether you want to enable reviews, so you can enable it or you can disable it. Single highlight box, we have made it no. Single navigation. So this single highlight box, single navigation, single sidebar, this is all related to single listing. So if you open any one of these listings, for example, if I open this first listing, this is your single listing page. So whatever you want to do it over here, you can have it. So if you see this single navigation, if you see coupons, photos, description, okay, this is what it is. This menu at top. So whatever option you want over here, you can have it. For example, we have home, description, listing features. So as you can see, photo, description, listing features. If you want to rearrange this thing, you can do it like this as well. Now we don't want restaurant menu over here, so you can just delete restaurant menu, because this is related to listing. We don't want restaurant menu in the listing. We want description to be very first, and we don't want my products as well, because we are not going to create any products. So we'll delete this thing as well. So as you can see, again, if you want to add a new section, new taxonomy, click on add new taxonomy, and you can add a new option over here. All right. So you can do that thing. I'll just delete it. And if you mess up anything over here, don't worry. You can always click on reset defaults and it will reset to defaults. Now click on save changes again. Now we have this single sidebar. So if you see this sidebar, first we have business info, price range, category. So similarly, you can have a sidebar. Here as you can see, first we have business hours, price range, single price, business info, statistics, taxonomy, map, all these things are added over here. If you want to add more option, for example, if you want to also add promoted option, so we'll bring it over here maybe under promotion. All right. Now let's see what we have. Enable this sidebar item, make it yes. You can have one more promotion option at the bottom. You can add a custom section. Then you can add some more section, related listing if you want to maybe display related set listing at the bottom. Let me just do it like this. Minimize all these things. So maybe I want to add a related listing over here below statistics. So I can bring it over here and click on save settings. So as you can see, you can control this whole layout. Then we have the main search form. So again, if you go back to that search page, if I click on all listing, which is my search page, here as you can see, we have all these different options. If someone wants to, filter or sort anything like this, for example, if this person wants to filter by category, they can click on category. Now they can select any category that they want, and now it will filter all those listings. Similarly, if they want to filter by price range, by discount, by rating, they can click on this. So all these options are that. Tags, sort by, newest. If you want to add anything over here, if you want to delete, maybe you don't want this much option. If you want only three or four option, you can have that option, and rest all you can just delete it. So for example, I want new price range. I'll bring it over here. Then rating, then type, then newest, sort by. Okay. Open now. This is also useful. Price range is useful. Category is useful, and maybe nearby me, this is useful. So maybe I want only this much, so I can select this and click on save changes. Again, if you want to add more or less, you can do that. Now hero search form. Now this is related to the search form that we have created on our home page. If I go back to my home page, so this is the search form that we have created. So we'll see this thing later on. Just let it be as it is, or maybe let's see. I want to display maybe three things: search by listing title, location, and category. So here as you can see, first we have title. So bring it over here at the bottom, listing title. Then we have location. So this is location, bring it over here. And then we have category. Okay. If you want to add only listing, category, and title, maybe you can delete this location. Or if you want to add one more, for example, event date, event filter, region, you can add one more as well. Now click on save changes. Then after that schema markup, you can just leave it as it is. Okay, so we have created all the required pages. We have also created different packaging plans or different pricing plans. And after that, we have now also created this listing. And we have seen all the settings related to single listing, all the different forms. Now let's see whether it is working or not. So again, if you come back to packages, click on add listing. So now you're seeing this package, which is good. Now let's see what happens when a person selects this package. So if a person selects this package, they will just see this page, which is just a simple thing. It just shows whatever it is present over here. But obviously it should not work like this. Now what we actually want is whenever someone clicks on this get now button, they should now see that add listing page. Like we have it over here. If someone clicks on add listing, they will now see all the different listing types. If they click on add listing, then they select the package and click on get now. Then they will see this plan page, or basically then they will see this form. They can fill in the form, and in the next step they can make the payment. Now because we have not done any payment related settings, this is not working. So first we'll have to fix the payment part so that we have some option, some payment gateway integrated with our website, so that we can accept online payments. Only after that this is going to work. So again, if you come back to your website, you will see this WooCommerce option at the left hand side. Hover over that and click on settings. Now we have already entered our store address. You don't need to do any settings over here. Just come at the bottom, and if you want to change the currency, for example, here by default is US dollar. If you want to change it to pound, euro, Indian rupee, whatever currency, you can just select that currency from here and click on save changes. Now we have few more options. For example, next option is your products option. If you go to that, here you will see this option. You can change the weight unit to gram. Not really important, but you can change that thing. Then we have a shipping option. Shipping actually is not really important. In fact, not even required over here because we are not shipping any physical product. This is just a digital thing. So go to payments, And now we have to set up all the different payment gateways that we want to use on our website. Now for that, you can do one thing. You can open plugins in a new tab, and we need to install different plugins. So click on add new. Now there are many different plugins for different payment gateways, and also there are many different payment gateways for different regions. For example, for Europe and for USA, you have Stripe and PayPal. For India, you have PayUmoney, Razorpay, Paytm, many different payment gateways. And similarly for different countries, for different regions, I'm sure there are many different payment gateways available. So you have to use those payment gateways. You have to search plugins related to those. For example, if you want to enable or if you want to integrate PayPal, just search for PayPal. And here, as you can see, there are so many different options available. I would recommend you to always choose from verified and from genuine people, genuine developers. So this is, as you can see, by WooCommerce. So you can install this one, WooCommerce PayPal checkout payment gateway. There are more, but those are not really from verified people. Then after that, you can search for Stripe, which is again another great payment gateway. And again, this is by WooCommerce. So this is the one that I want to install. Similarly, if you want to search for Razorpay, you can search for Razorpay. If you want to search for CC Avenue, hundreds of different payment gateways are available. You can search for them. Now click on plugins from the left hand side and make sure to activate these two that you have just installed. Activate these two options, and under bulk action, select activate, click on apply. Now once it is done, again if you come back to your WooCommerce option, payment option, and refresh this page, or again click on payments. Now as you can see, so many new options are added. We want to enable PayPal and Stripe, these two options, and click on save changes. Let me show you how we can integrate these two payment gateways. First of all, click on PayPal checkout. Now to integrate this thing, to use this PayPal option on your website, you will need three things. You'll see that thing over here. You need your API username, password, and signature. And to get this thing, you need to go to paypal.com, log into your PayPal account. Now, if you have a business PayPal account or a regular PayPal account, everything will work over here. So just log into your account. Now, once you log into your PayPal account, you will see in the URL bar, it says paypal.com. Instead of that, type in this thing, paypal.com/businessmanage/credentials/API access. And if you see A in access is capital. So type in this thing and press enter. You will now be redirected to this page. Here you have to scroll down and select this option, MVP/SOAP API integration. Click on manage API credentials. And here you have your API username, password, and signature. Just need to click on show, copy your username, come back to your website, obviously paste it under username. Similarly, just click on show, copy your password, paste it under password, copy your signature and paste it under signature. I'll need to hide these things from here. Right, so as you can see, I have successfully entered all three details. Now I can go ahead at the bottom and now click on save changes. Now we have enabled PayPal. Now we can accept payments through PayPal. Now again, if you go back to payments, let's see how we can enable Stripe. So click on Stripe. Now this is one of the most important one, because with this you can accept credit and debit card payments right on your website. First of all, make sure to untick this thing, enable test mode. We don't want to enable test mode, so make sure that this tick mark is removed. Now to use this thing, we need the live publishable key and secret key. And to get this thing, you need to go to this website, dashboard.stripe.com. Obviously before this, you must create a Stripe account, which is pretty easy. Hardly takes few minutes. Now once you log into your Stripe dashboard, now at the left hand side, you'll see developers. And under that, you'll see API keys. Select that option. Here you'll get your publishable key and secret key. Click on publishable key. It will automatically be copied. Come over here. Obviously paste it under publishable key. Now similarly copy your secret key and come back to this website and paste it in your secret key. Again, go ahead at the bottom and click on save changes, and now you can start accepting credit and debit card payments right on your website. Now again, come back to payments. Now I want to do one more thing. I want to enable cash on delivery. You obviously should never enable cash on delivery. I'm doing this thing just for tutorial purposes, because in the next step I'll have to make payment to myself. So I don't want to make payment to myself. I just want to select cash on delivery. Obviously in the next step, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Now after that, you need to click on accounts and privacy, and we have to do a few things. So here you need to, tick mark these two things, these three things in fact. Allow customers to log into an existing account during checkout, allow customers to create an account during checkout, and allow customers to create an account on the My Account page. And untick these two things. Okay, these two bottom things. Make sure you untick this thing. Now go ahead at the bottom. Obviously again click on save changes. Now finally go to your advanced tab and just make sure that under cart page, cart is selected, under checkout page, checkout, and obviously under my account page should be selected. Now click on save changes. Now at the left hand side, you will see Wiloke submission, which is over here, Wiloke submission. Click on this option. Now we have few settings related to this. First of all, make sure this is enabled. Wiloke submission, this is enabled. Now whether you want to enable become an author option, so we have enabled this option. If you remember, we have created become an author page, so we want to enable this option, and you can set that page. If you click on this thing, you will see that page that you have created. And after that, now approve payment, automatically approve after payment successful. Make sure you select this option, and you can type in 0 here if you want, or if you want, you can just leave it as it is. Allow users to edit a published listing. If you want, you can allow them, or if you want to, you can just not allow them. Now by default, it is set to editable and need to review before republishing. You can just make it at editable and immediately approved. So whenever someone submits a listing, after that, if they want to edit, so it will be immediately approved. Or if you select this first option, once they make any changes, once they edit the listing, first you will have to approve that, only then it will be republished. And then make sure you come to this option, package settings, which is very important, and make sure you have selected all your packages over here. Okay, so this is related to plans for listing. You'll have different plans. As you can see, if you remember, I have said you that two types are already created, two listing types, listing and event. So you have to select plan for listing, plan for events. And after that, come over here, and under mode, under payment mode, make sure it is live and not sandbox. And you can again change the currency from here. Make sure your WooCommerce currency and this currency code are same. Now under payment gateway, delete these things and select this option, WooCommerce. Okay, because we have set WooCommerce payment gateway. So make sure you select this option. And under dashboard page, just select the dashboard page, user dashboard page that you have created. Under add listing page, select a plan, select this option, select a plan before adding. Package page, select your packages page. Add listing page, select your add listing page. Checkout page, you will have your checkout page over here. Here it is. Select that. You can create a thank you page and you can select that thing over here. Similarly, you can create a cancel page and you can set that thing over here. Now leave these PayPal and Stripe settings because we have already done these settings under WooCommerce. So this thing is overridden. Now we can go ahead and click on submit. And now let's try it again. Again, if you come back to packages, in fact, let's see from beginning. If I click on add listing, I'll be redirected to this page. If I click on add listing again, I'll see the packages. If I select this package, for example, click on get now. Let's see what happens. Now, as you can see, this is working properly. Now we are redirected to this section. We can simply fill in this form and now we can save and preview. Now, before we fill in this form, we need few things. For example, if you scroll down under region, this is not working because we have not yet set up Google Maps. So you'll need Google Map API key for this to work properly. Then after that, we have not created any categories. So we need to create few categories so that whenever someone comes to your website and whenever they're trying to add a new listing, they can select these any one of these categories. And yeah, and then we can also create different locations. We have not yet created different regions. So if you click on select region, as you can see, we have not yet created any regions. So you can create these regions as well. So first we'll need to do these things. Only after that, we can submit our first listing. So let's see how we can do that. Again, come back to your dashboard. Let's start with listing categories. So hover over listings and click on listing categories. So if you see over here, we have different categories and all these different categories have different icons and different colors. So if you see, this is destinations. This is one of those categories. We have the globe icon. We have this color. We have this icon, this color. So we can have different icons and different color for this thing. So again, you come back to this option and you start adding these categories. So for example, let's add destinations first of all. So suppose this is one of the examples. This is one of the categories. So I can just name it this thing. And now when you scroll down, you can add some description. You can add a tagline. And after that, you can select whether this belongs to listing or event. So when someone is creating a listing, this category will show up. So I'll select listing. Then you can select the icon color. So maybe I'll select this red color. Then you can select the icon image. So let me just upload maybe this image. Click on open. and obviously click on use this image. Now you can also add a featured image over here, and this featured image will be shown if you're using this option in the home page. As you can see, for different options, for different categories, for destinations, shopping, hotels, nightlife, we have different featured images. So you can upload some featured image from here. Let me just upload some file. And again, let me remind you one thing, that there is a link given in the video description below. If you actually click on that link, you'll be redirected to my website blogdude.com. And in fact, you'll redirected to one of these kind of posts. You'll first of all see the video that you're watching right now at the top, and after that you'll see a few links, and at the bottom you'll see this link, download free images. You need to click on this download button. You'll download a zip file, and in that zip file you'll see, once you unzip that file, you'll see this file. Here you have all the different images that I've used to create this website, and few extra files as well. I'll obviously show you how to use this file. First, make sure to download this file, and after that you can upload all these images from here. So maybe I want to use, let's see, suppose we want to use this image for this. So we'll select this, click on open. This is going to be our featured image. Now click on use this image over here at the bottom right. And now you can just go ahead at the bottom and click on add new listing category. Similarly, you can just go ahead and add as many listing categories as you want. Now to add a new location, you can click on under listing, you will see this option, listing location. And now you can go ahead and add different locations. So you can add a country, and under that country you can add different cities. For example, suppose I'm focusing only in India for this website. So I'm focusing this niche. So I'll select India, and after that you can do one thing, go ahead at the bottom, select featured image and tagline. Under tagline, I'll just select India. Under featured image, upload some image. Let me upload few images from here. Maybe let me upload this and this. Okay. So when someone selects India, I want to select, maybe I want to show this image probably. Okay. So I'll select this, click on use this image. Okay. Now you can just go ahead at the bottom, and again from here you can select listing. For this, I think you should not select anything, or if you want, you can select all option, because I want this option to be shown. I want this location option to be shown for all the different option. Now click on add new listing location. Now next time when you're creating any city, and if that city comes under this country, for example, if I'm creating Mumbai and Mumbai comes under India, so under parent location you can select India. Now under tagline, a city in India. Obviously you can type, or you can have a better tagline. Now under featured image, maybe I want to use this image, click on use this image, and again go ahead at the bottom, click on use this listing or add new listing location. And as you can see, just like this, we have added few more. Now just go ahead and add as many listing locations as you want. Now basically the more important thing would be to add Google Map API key, so that we don't even need to do all these things. This thing will be automatically generated. So let me show you how you can do that. So we need to do one thing. You need to go to this website, console.cloud.google.com. Okay, so console.cloud.google.com. Once you go to this website, you'll have to log into your Gmail account. Now once you log into your account, you will see a page something like this. First of all, you have to, if you're doing this for the very first time, you'll need to create a new project. So you'll need to click on this, and you need to click on this option, new project button. Click on this button. Now let me name it probably WilCity. Okay, now click on create. Now this is getting created. As you can see the progress over here. Once it is created, you'll see this check mark. Now you can click on this thing again, and now as you can see, WilCity, search for that. Here we have this thing at top. Click on WilCity or whatever name you have given it. Now we need to enable few APIs. For example, as you can see, we need to enable geolocation API, all these different APIs. So if you click on geolocation API key, here you need to click on enable. Click on enable. Now once it is enabled, you will see this page will reload, and you will be redirected to this page. Again, let's go back to this option. If let's enable few more API keys. So maybe select this second one, directions API. Click on enable. Again, once it is enabled, you just need to do the same thing again and again. You need to click on these options one by one, and you need to enable them. So let me show you one more. Select this thing, enable it. Once it is enabled, just go ahead at the bottom from that list, enable all the given listing APIs. Now just to save some time, I am ignoring this thing, but obviously as I said earlier, you need to do that. Now once you do that, after that you need to click on this option API. You need to click on credentials from the left hand side, and you need to create a new credential, new API key. So to create a new API key, click on create credentials, select API key. This key will be created for you, but we need to restrict this key. So click on restrict key. And first let's go to our website. Now if you go to your website, you'll see this thing at top, theme options, click on that. And under theme options, click on map settings. And here as you can see, we need HTTP restriction and IP restriction. Okay, so first let's see HTTP restriction. So select this option. Under API name, you can name it anything you want. And under restriction, select HTTP and click on add new item and enter your website link over here. So whatever your website link is, enter it over here. And as you can see, if I delete this thing, you have to enter it like this. Okay. Just after this, put in this thing. If you again say, this is how it will be. And before this, put in like this. So follow this process and click on done. Now click on save. You have created HTTP restricted API key. Now you can copy this API key from here. So just click on this thing. It will be copied. Come back to your website. Paste it over here. Now we need to create IP restricted key. So click on create credentials again, API key. Again, just restrict this key. And once you do that, this time select IP address. Now click on add new item. Right now just enable, just add anything you want, just like this. And once you add this thing, you will see in the next step, I'll show you how you can get your own IP restricted thing. First, just add anything like this and save this thing. Once you save this thing, again, you will get this key. This will be key 2. Copy it, paste it under this option. Now go ahead the bottom and click on save changes. Right, so now everything is 100% completed. Now we can go ahead and add our first listing. So what I'll do is I'll open this website, that the website that we're creating. I'll open this in a new incognito window, in a new private window, just so that I can show you all the different steps. So I'll open this in a new incognito window or a new private window. Let's see whether we can register properly, and after that we are able to add a listing properly or not. So first we'll register as a new seller. Click on register. Under username, I'll type in some username. Under email, I'll type in some email. All right. And set some password over here. Now we can agree to terms and conditions. Click on register. This account will be registered and you will be redirected. We have to set this page, redirection page. Right now they are just redirected to the home page. We'll see how to set that page. So now if this person wants to become an author, they can do one thing. Click on this button, become an author, and they will be redirected to this page, become an author page. If you remember, I've shown you how to create this thing. They will tick mark these two things and click on submit, and they will now become an author. Now they can click on this button, take me to the add listing page. Now from this page, first of all, when they click on this page, they will be redirected to packages. Now if they click on add listing, let's see, they will see this packages. Suppose if this person wants to purchase this package, click on get now. And now they will see this thing. Now let me do one thing. Let me open this demo website over here, just so that we can copy paste some listing details over here. So suppose this is the listing that we want to create. So this is the title of the listing. So this is the title. If there is any tagline, we have not yet given it tagline, but I'll give this thing as my tagline. It will show just below the listing. Now logo. Now this is the logo. So I'll enter this logo, upload this logo. Let's upload this image. This will be useful. Then we have this logo image, and then let's upload these images. These will be useful as well. All right, now let's click on open. Now let's select this image and upload it as our logo image. So select this much. Let me minimize this. All right, now select this select button. Now we have the cover image. If you want to upload some image as your cover image, you can do this thing as well. Maybe let me select this image, click on, or maybe let's select this image. So select any image you want and click on select. This will be uploaded as covered image. Now select listing. Okay, we have not yet created features. You can create tags for your listing as well. Just like we created, categories and location, you can create tags as well. If you see this option under listings, you have listing tags. You can create different tags as well. Now this is not compulsory, so I'll just leave it. Now this map is not working properly, obviously, because we have not enabled all the different API keys. But once you do that, this should work properly. Now you have to select some region. So maybe I'll select India, or if you want, you can select under India, you can select some location. Now if this map works properly, if you enter your exact location, for example, if you enter something like this, you will see suggestion and you can click on that thing. It will automatically get your latitude and longitude based on that location. But because we have not enabled all the API keys, this is not working properly. So if you want, you can also get your latitude and longitude manually. Just go to this website latlong.net. Enter some address over here, and here you have your latitude code, paste it over here, and your longitude code, paste it over here. All right, now scroll down, you need to enter the content. This is obviously your content, and below this thing, if you want to add some images as well, you can do that. Now you can select some category for this. There are a few things blank, because we have not selected all the different things. You can select more things. If you remember, I have shown you how to create this form. So while creating that form, you can select more options. Now click on select. Now if you want video URL, you can go to any, you can upload that video on YouTube and you can copy the link. So right click on that video, click on copy link address, paste in the link. Now if you want to add a custom button, you can first of all select some icon. Maybe let's select this icon, marker icon, button link. When someone clicks on that button, they will be redirected to this link, and button name, I'll just type in, click here. Now they will click on save and preview. In the next step, they will see the preview of this listing. So right now, this is how this listing is looking. All right, video, all these things. We'll change the style a little bit more. First, let's click on pay and publish. Now, once this person clicks on pay and publish, they will be redirected to the checkout page. Alright, so checkout page is not working. It is because our cart is currently empty, and this is working because of one problem. Let me show you how you can fix this problem. So we have created two different packages. Now for those packages, you also have to create different products, and you have to link those packages with products. Let me show you how that is done. So you need to click on products from here. Here, as you can see, products, click on that. If you remember, we have created basic and premium package. So click on create product. First, let's click on basic product. Now you don't need to do anything, just give it a title of basic, scroll down, under price, make it 0 because this was a free package. Under inventory, tick mark this thing, sold individually. And after that, under listing price, select this basic package that we have created. This will link it with that. Okay, just do this much, and after that, publish this thing. Similarly, now click on add new, name it premium or whatever you want. Go ahead, and that was, I think, $19.99. Go to inventory, tick mark sold individually. Now go to listing and select this premium option and publish this thing as well. Now just to make sure whether they are linked properly or not, you can go to this listing plans and let's select premium. Edit this option, go ahead at the bottom, and under product you should see this premium option should be selected over here. So this is now working. Again, come back to that page, come back to this page, this private window page wherein we have logged in as a seller. Let's try it again, refresh this page. I hope it should work. Click on pay and publish. Okay, so as you can see, this is working. We have this premium package selected, $19.99. So basically $20 is showing. Now this page is looking a little bit bad, but don't worry, we'll fix the design at the end of this video. For now, you can do one thing, click on proceed to checkout. Fill in this form. Again, this page is also not looking that great, checkout page. We'll fix both these pages at the end of this video. For now, let's very quickly enter some detail. Now we can make payment through credit, debit card, ATM card, through PayPal, through cash on delivery. And after that, click on place order. Now once the order is placed, now we have to approve that order. So let's see how we can do that. So again, you have to come back to your website, go to your dashboard. And if you see this option, WooCommerce option, and if you hover over WooCommerce, click on orders, you will see that order over here. As you can see, this is the order. If I open this order, you will see all the different details related to this order. Now, because the payment is not done, it says pending payment, because if you remember, we have selected cash on delivery. If this payment was made through some other payment gateway, maybe through PayPal or Stripe, it would have been, instead of pending payment, you would have seen that payment is done and the order status would have been processing. Now, once you see that you have received this payment, you can now change the order status to completed and update this thing. So once you see that you have received the PayPal payment or Stripe payment, you can now change the status of the order to completed and mark it, just update this order. Now, if you see this option, listing option, if you click on listings from the left hand side, you will see this listing over here. And again over here it says unpaid because obviously we had selected cash on delivery. If we had selected credit card or debit card or maybe PayPal, you would have not seen this option. Now if I open this thing in a new tab, I can see this thing on my website. So this listing is now 100% working. All right. Now this was all related to a single listing, the default listing style that is created. Now let me show you how we can create a completely different type of listing style. For example, if you want to create events, if you want to create real estate, if you want to create maybe restaurants, so different listing style for restaurant or different listing type for restaurants, or all the different option real estate and all. Let's see how we can do that. Now for that, again we have to hover this option Wiloke tools, and we have to select this bottom option, add listing type. So two types are already created. You'll see that thing over here as well. As you can see, listing is created, event is created. Let's see how we can create a new option. So to create a new style, you have to click on add new section. And after that, under key, as you can see all these things at top. So under key, it will be restaurant. So I'll type in that thing. And under slug also, you have to type in the same thing. Now under name, type in restaurant, but just make sure the R is capital. Now under single, in fact, you have to make it plural, so make it restaurants. And under singular, you have to make it restaurant. You can see these things at top as well. As you can see, event, slug is also event. Name is plural and singular name is whatever your name is. Now if someone wants to add a new listing, what should that button say? So that button would say add restaurant. All right, so again, just make it capital. Now you can do one thing, you can change image for this. For example, for this we have different, for all the different option we have different image. For example, for this I want to set a different logo image or icon image. So if I search for glass, let's select this glass icon for this. So click on use icon. For these options also we can change the icon. So click on this. For this, maybe we can search for calendar icon. So select this calendar icon and click on use icon. And similarly for this single listing, you can select to-do list or icon like that. Or maybe let's select this icon and click on use icon. So you can set different icons, and you can also set a different background color. Like we have green over here, we have pink over here. So for this, maybe let's select this blue color. All right. Obviously, if you want, you can select some other color. And finally, just go ahead and click on save changes. Now you can do one more thing. If you want to have this option, for example, if you want to use these options on your home page, like we have used these different types of listings on our home page, you can also set this featured image over here. So for that, you'll come back to this option and you'll see this background image. You can upload these images over here. So for example, for this, I want to use this image for restaurant. Then for events, I want to use some other background image, maybe this one. And for listings, I want to use some other background image. All right, maybe this one. All right. So similarly, if you want whatever image you want, you can select this thing and click on save changes. Now earlier what we did, you have to repeat that same process. So because we have created a new listing type, now we have to go ahead and create different plans for these for this listing type, for this restaurant. So you have to go to this option listing plans. You have to create a new option. Okay, create a new plan, and you have to set this is for restaurant. Just let me show you that thing. If you click on add new, now under this option, you have to select restaurant, you have to execute this thing. And after that, you have to create a product and set it with this, link it with this different plan. So just like I have shown you for listing, you have to follow the same process for restaurant. Obviously, we are not going to do that. It will take a lot of time. We have already seen that entire process. So now you have to go ahead and create different plans and link them with this restaurant listing. Now with this, we have completed all the technical part of this website. Now only the designing part is left. Now before we proceed to the designing part, I want to show you one more thing. If you go to settings, if you just click on settings and click on general, or just click on settings from the left hand side. Now if you want to disable that option, become an author option, if you want to make a default user as contributor, you can set that thing over here. So if you select default role to contributor, now people don't have to go to that page, become an author, and they have to submit a request. By default, whenever creates an account on your website, they will be contributor, which means they can have their own dashboard and they can create a listing from the front end. So if you want that option, you can change the default role to contributor. Now let's create our home page. So to create a new page, obviously you'll come back to pages, add a new page, click on add new, and over here just give it a title of home. And from the right hand side, you have to select WilCity page builder. Here it is, as you can see, WilCity page builder. Select this template and publish this page. Now we have to set this page as our official home page. And to do that, you have to come back to your dashboard. And over here from the left hand side, hover over settings and click on reading. Now you have to select this option. Right now your home page is displaying latest post. We have to select the second option. We want to display a static page. Under home page, select this home that you have just created and click on save changes. Now that page has successfully become your home page. Now again, if you click on pages, and if you see that page, now as you can see, besides this page, it says front page. Now we can edit this page and we can start designing this page with Elementor. So for that, you can click on this button, edit with Elementor. Now using Elementor is very easy. We have to create these things section by section. So for example, if you see, first is your search section, then we have this section, then explore New York is your third section. Then, we have to create it section by section. And to add a new section, you need to click on this button, this plus button, red plus button, and you have to select how many columns you want. So for example, if you want 2 columns, you can click on 2. Now before we click on 2, if you see at the left hand side, we have different elements. But once you click on this option, those elements will disappear. And again, if you want to go back to those elements, you have to click on this 9 dots icon. If you follow my mouse cursor, you'll see this thing, click on this. Again, you will come back to this elements option. And whatever element you want, if you want to use button element, you can just drag and drop it over here like this. And now you'll have your button element. If you click on this button element, now at the left hand side, instead of those elements, you will see edit button, which means all the settings related to this particular element. Okay, so this is basically how this page works. Now I want to create it from scratch. So what I'll do is I'll delete this entire thing. Okay, and we'll start it from scratch. Now very first section we want is this search form. So I'll click on this plus button. We want a single row, single column. So I'll select the first one and now go back to elements. So click on this 9 dots icon and search for search form. You'll see this option WilCity search form. Drag and drop it over here. Now you won't see the preview. You have to change the style to creative, the default style we have, and we have to change this thing to creative, and you can add different tabs over here. So for example, we have listing over here, and if you want to add more tabs, you can click on this plus button. You can add restaurant as well. So these things will appear at top, as you can see, listing, event, restaurant. So maybe I want to add event as well. So I'll change this thing, and we have to change the tab title to event and tab title to restaurant. Now you can go ahead and save this page or update this page. Now if you open this page in a new tab, if you open your website in a new tab just to see the changes on your website, you will see this is how it is looking right now. All right. Now it is looking perfect. We have seen how to set this thing, and now we have created these 3 things, and the icons that we have set, you can see those icons as well. Glass icon, this calendar icon, and so on. I just want to do one thing. I want to decrease the space from top and bottom. Here, as you can see, we don't have that much space, but here we have a lot of space. So let's decrease the space at top and also at bottom. So for that, you will come back to this option. You have to click on edit section. Now, sometimes you might not see that edit section. Let me show you what an edit section. If I add a new section, you'll see at top of this section, you'll see this 6 dots icon. So once you click on this 6 dots icon, you'll see this edit section at the left hand side. But here we are not able to see that. So to fix this thing, you can click on this option. At the bottom left of your screen, you will see this navigator icon. Once you click on this thing, you will see this navigation. You have to click on section over here. And now as you can see at the left hand side, we have edit section. Now under edit section, you can go to advanced and you can change the padding. So first just make it, just delink this thing. Click on this thing, it will be delinked. Now at top, we want 60 and at bottom also we want 60 pixels padding. Now just go ahead and update this page. Now we can cut this navigator. Again, if you come back to your website, refresh it, you will see space from top and bottom will be reduced. Okay, now this looks better. Now let's create a second section, which is this section. So for this, you will come back to this option, click on this plus button, add a single row, single section, and go back to elements and search for post types. Okay, WilCity post types, drag and drop it over here. This is how it will look like. First of all, let's change the heading to welcome to WilCity, or whatever your website name is. You can change the heading color as well if you want. You can add some description like we have it over here. So I'll add this description over here. Again, for this also you can change description color as well. I don't want to do this thing. Now I want to align them left hand side. So I'll select left alignment. Okay. And after that you have to select what all listings you want to see. So maybe I want to see if you don't select anything, all the listings will show. If you select specific listings in specific orders, this is how it will show. All right, like this. Now we want to do one thing. Right now it is displaying 5 listings. You can change this thing. You can go to devices. You can see 5 items. You can make it 3 or you can make it 4. If you make it 3, this is how it will look like. In our demo website, we have made it 4. So if you want, you can make it 4 as well. Okay. And on mobile phone, it will display 1 item. On tablet, it will display 4 items. So you can control these things as well. And again, make sure to update this page. Now over here also, we have a lot of space at top and bottom. So if you want to get rid of this, or if you want to control this thing, again, click on the 6 dots icon, edit section, go to advanced and make everything 0. So no padding from top or bottom or from any other place. Now update this page. Then we have a third and fourth section, which are very similar. In fact, the same section, just a little bit changes. So let's see how we can create a third section. Again, click on this plus button, add a single row. Now in this, we need to add listing tabs. So again, click on this option and search for listing tabs. You will see WilCity listing tabs, a new one. You will see WilCity listing tabs and WilCity listing tabs new. Drag and drop this new one over here. And after that, we can change the heading and all for this as well. Now here the heading says welcome to or explore New York. If you want, you can type in the same thing. Or if you want to, because we have not created New York, we have created Mumbai. So we can type in explore Mumbai. Image size by default is medium. If you want, you can make it full width. Just type in full. If you want to make it full, you can type in full. Or if you want to make the image size large, just type in large like this. That will change it. Okay. Or if you want to keep it at medium, you can keep it at medium as well. Just type in medium. Then second tab, we have this filter tab. Under filter tab, you can type in, you can add this filtration that is added over here. As you can see, all these filters, you can add it from here. Okay. So maybe I want to add listing, restaurant and events. Then you can select order by date, order by title. You can select these options as well. So maybe we want to display popular items over here. So popular, order by popularity. Then you can also select this thing, default order. You can select order descending or ascending. How many items you want, you can select this thing as well. So if you want 4 items, 6 items, and you will also have this thing over here. So if you want to show more items, you can show that, but you can have 4 columns or 3 columns. Okay, so you can have that thing as well. Then we have the navigation option. Now from here, you can select what all categories you want to display. So we have created only one, and what all locations. So in this case, because the title says explore Mumbai, we'll select the Mumbai location. Okay, so you can do it like this. Then we have more settings. We have the column settings. Select this column settings. And instead of 5, again, we want to display 4 items. As you can see, we are displaying 4 items in a row. So 4 items, and one item per row for mobile phone. So you can select this option and click on update. Or maybe before that, let's fix this padding again at top and bottom. So edit section, go to advanced. And instead of 9, the default padding, by the way, is 90 pixels. So instead of 90, we want to make it 60 at top and bottom. Again, update this page. Again, if you come back to this thing and refresh it, you will see a first section. We have added this second, and now we also have the third section. Now you can see the listing that we have created. Now no listing are created. No listings were found for Mumbai. So that is the reason why it says no listings found. But you can see the filtration is working, and this destination that we have added, this is also working. If I remove this filtration of Mumbai from here, navigation option, if I remove Mumbai, then it will display. If I just update this page and if I refresh it, okay, still it is not working. I think, okay, the reason is very simple. If you go back to a dashboard, we have not yet approved the listing. Now, because this listing was created by third party or a seller or contributor, you have to publish it by yourself. It will not be automatically published. So we just saw this thing, it was unpaid, but we did not publish it. So you have to open this listing and you have to publish it. Because if you see, location was already selected in Mumbai, so it should display Mumbai location. But here, as you can see, we have this publish button. So you need to click on this publish button to publish this listing. If you scroll down, you will see the location Mumbai was selected. So it should work. Now, once you publish it again, if you come back and refresh it, now it should work. And now, as you can see, this is working. So this was not the problem. Even if you select Mumbai, it will display. Because we have not published this thing, that is the reason why it was not displaying. Now let's see how we can create a fourth section. Now if you see, third and fourth section are very similar. So you just need to duplicate this entire section. So if you right click over here, click on duplicate, this entire section will be duplicated over here at the bottom. So everything will be same. So instead of explore Mumbai, if it is some other location, for example Pune, you can type in explore Pune. All the settings will be same. Just under navigation, instead of Mumbai, you can select Pune, which you have not created. So maybe I'll just select India for now. Okay, so all the settings will be same. Just change the location. And after that, we already have so much space. So I can go to edit section and delete this padding from top and bottom. So no padding from top and bottom. Again, update this thing. Then we have this section. Okay, places section, location section basically. So for that, again, we'll come over here and we'll add a new section, single row, single column. Now before this, if you again refresh it, you'll see that section will be present over here. Explore Pune. You can see this section present at the bottom. Now let's see how we can create this location section. Now over here, we have to add a rectangle term widget or element. So you'll see this option, WilCity rectangle term boxes. Drag and drop it over here. Now whatever title you want, the title over here is popular places around the world. If you want the same title, you can have it. If you want, you can also add some description and all. And after that, how many maximum items, I want to change this thing to 4. And under design, we have to change the layout also to 4 columns per row. Okay, this is how it will look like. All right. Now just make sure to change the padding. Instead of 90, we want to make it 60 from both top and bottom. Right now it looks better. Now we have the next section, which is this section. Now for this, first of all, let's update this thing. Now for this, we have to add a new section obviously, and we have to search for heading. So if you come back to elements and search for heading, you'll see WilCity heading, drag and drop it over here, because if you see, first we have this heading. Okay, this entire thing is this heading. Now under heading, first we have the blue mark. So this thing in the background, handpick, that is your blue mark. So if I type in that thing, as you can see in the background, then your heading is top listing this week. So this is my heading, and after that we also have this description. I'll type in this description, and now you'll have this similar design over here. You can change the alignment. Instead of center, you can make it left as well if you want. And after that, at the bottom, we want to add these boxes. So for that, again, come back to elements and search for slider. You will see this option, WilCity listing slider. So select this option, WilCity listing slider, and drag and drop it over here at the bottom. Okay, we don't want any title because we already have heading, so we don't want this heading. Now we have to select this post type, what all type of post you want to display. So whether you want to display blog post, pages, listing, restaurant. So we want to display listing. So we'll select listing block type or post type. Now under screen option, if you see this option listing on screen, you can display this thing. So we want to display 4 items over here. Okay, so for both 1600 and 1400, change this thing to 4 items. And obviously also for this 1200, because we want to display for bigger sizes screen, we want to display 4 items. And for mobile phone, we want to display, 1 item. And for tablet, we want to display 2 items. All right. So you can set this thing and again go back to, this row and change the spacing. This time at top, I want to add only 30 because we already have a lot of space over here. And at the bottom, I want to add 60 pixels. Again, if you update this thing, come back to your website and refresh it. Now, as you can see, if you scroll down, we have this section as well. All right. Now let's see the next section. So again, this is also a very similar section. We have already created this at top. So you can just go ahead, copy this section and paste it over here. Just change the settings. Instead of explore Pune, if you want to add some other location or some other type, you can select that thing. And finally, at the bottom, we have this thing as well. Now, this is also very similar. So for this also, first we'll copy this heading because we need this heading, paste it over here. And below this heading, now we have to add this thing. This is icon box. So for this, if you come back to this elements and search for icon box, you will see WilCity box icon, drag and drop it over here. So first of all, let's select the icon. So here, if you want this icon, for example, you can select this option, select icon on, and whatever icon you want. For example, let's select this Apple icon. Okay, so this is we have to add 3 columns first of all. So I'll delete this thing. We need to add 3 inner columns over here. So select inner section, drag and drop it over here because obviously we have 3 options over here. Now we have 2 columns. If you want to add one more, right click on this edit column and click on this option, add new column. Now in the left hand side, again, search for icon box or box icon, drag and drop it over here. Select whatever icon you want. Maybe let's select this Android icon. Then after that, whatever your heading is, maybe this is my heading. And then after, whatever your content is. And just like this, you can add one more. I'll just copy and paste it over here just to save some time. Now you can click on the second one, change the icon for the second one, change the title for this one. And after that, you can also change the description. So you can go ahead and do this thing. Then after that, the very last section is this masonry section. So if you come back to this option, add a new section. First, we can just go ahead and add this section. So if you search for this option, term boxes, or if you just search for masonry term boxes, okay, this is the one, drag and drop it over here. Now whatever your title is, the latest listing, and after that, whatever the listing is. So this will basically, if you want to display different locations or if you want to display something like that, you can display it. So here, as you can see, it is displaying location. If you want to display different listing categories, for example, we created destination and so on, you can also display different listing categories. And for this also, just make sure that top and bottom padding is 60 pixels instead of 90 and update this page. And with this, you have 100% completed your home page. Now we can actually cut this thing, come back to our dashboard. Now let's see how we can manage promotion. So if somebody wants to promote their listing, for example, if you again open this website in a new private window, now let me log in as that contributor that we have created that listing. Let me log in as that contributor. So as you can see, once you log in, now you can redirect this person to some page. Let me actually open this dashboard, or maybe let's go to listings under this dashboard. So this contributor can see that this is the listing that they have created. Now, if this person wants to promote this listing, maybe on search pages, on different listing sidebars. So if somebody is watching some other listing and if this person wants to promote this listing, his listing on that page or on the home page or any other page. So what we'll do is we'll create different pricing plans for this as well. So if someone wants to promote their listing, they'll have to pay a certain amount of money and their listing will be, on top of search on or listing sidebar for these many days for this price. Let's see how we can set up that thing. So for that, again, hover over this Wiloke tools and click on promotions. We need to create different promotion plans for this. So first of all, click on this add plan button. Once you do that, first make sure you tick mark this thing, toggle promotion. Now once you click on add plan, you will see this thing at the top, at the bottom. Now under promotion ID, just give it any unique ID. So just type in one if you want. Package name. So maybe this is listing sidebar. If somebody wants to post their listing or promote their listing in a single listing sidebar, they can select this plan. So listing sidebar, this thing will be available for 30 days and maybe they will have to pay $30 for this. Now under preview URL, you can do one thing. You can open your media option in a new tab and you can download free few images. So again, the file that you have downloaded from our website, if you open that file, you will get few images and in fact, you will get this entire folder promotion. Under this, you will see I've given you all these images. So for example, if I see here it is, as you can see, listing sidebar. If I open this thing, so basically this image will tell the user that if they select this listing, where their listing will be promoted. So as you can see in this single listing page, their listing will be promoted over here at top of this sidebar. Okay, so you have to upload this file and you have to copy this file URL. So click on copy, come over here, paste in this thing under preview URL. And we also have to associate with some WooCommerce. So first, let's click on save changes. Let's create a WooCommerce product with this and associate it. So we'll open this products page in a new tab and we'll add a new product. So click on add new. I'll name the product the same thing under like we have named the package name so that we know what this package is associated with which product. So I'll copy the package name, paste it under product name. Now scroll down just under pricing. Type in $30 because here also the pricing is $30. Type in that thing and just publish this thing. Now if you come back to this page and search for listing sidebar, you'll see this option listing sidebar. Select this thing and click on save changes, or maybe you can click on execute. Click on save changes. Let's try to refresh it and see whether this is working. If I refresh this page, okay, so this is selected. Now if I again go back to that contributors page and if I refresh this page, now as you can see, this contributor will get this button boost post. So if this contributor wants to promote this post, they can click on this button and they can see the package. If they want to promote this under listing sidebar, they can select this, click on boost now. Okay, so here it says a thank you page is required. So let's very quickly create a thank you page before we proceed further. So open pages, click on add new, and give it any title. So I'll just give it a title of thank you, and under this thing I'll type in thanks for purchase. Obviously you can do one thing, instead of just keeping it simple like this, you can use Elementor and design this whole thank you page, but I'm not doing this thing. Obviously I'll just add this thing and I'll change this thing into a heading just to make it a little bit bigger. All right, like this. And you can also change the font size, you can change the color to something like this or whatever color you want. And after that, under template, you can set this thing to, I think, yeah, we have this thing, WilCity thank you, and publish this page. All right. Then again, come back, we had one more page, cancel order. So if I click on add new, add a new page, cancel order. And over here under template, select WilCity cancel order. So this one, WilCity cancel, and publish this thing. Now again, come back to this thing and we have to set these pages as well. So for this, again, click on Wiloke submission, which is over here, and set these two pages as well. So if you scroll down, you will see this option. Okay, here it is. As you can see, add listing page checkout, thank you page. Let's select this thank you, cancel page, cancel order, select that thing. Okay. And let me see a few more things if it is required. If I scroll down, or if you go at top, the rest everything looks good. Just submit this thing. Again, let's go ahead. Let's refresh this thing and try it again. Now if I click on boost post, select this page, click on boost now. Now you'll be redirected to this page, and again you have to click on proceed to checkout, fill in this form, and place this order. So your details are already present. Just select whatever payment gateway you want and click on place order. Now once you place this order, you will get this option, thank you, your order has been received, or whatever the thing is. And again, you have to go ahead, you as an admin of this website, you have to approve this order. So if you go to WooCommerce orders, you will see this new order is placed. If you click on this thing, this is processing. Suppose if you have received this payment, just mark this thing as completed and update this order. And with this is now 100% completed. Now whenever a new listing is created, this listing will show at the sidebar of that listing as a promoted listing. So if you again come back, I think we forgot this thing. Under position, it should be listing sidebar. Okay, and whether you want to show in the same listing location, or when the listing is in the same category, then this will show in the sidebar, or from the same location. Or if you want to show up on all listing, you can do this thing as well. I would recommend you to select listing in same category or location. Now click on save changes again. Similarly, you can go ahead, add a new listing. I have given you all these promotion images, as you can see, for top-up search, for blog sidebar, wherever this person wants to do. You can create different plans and you can add these images, give different pricing and all. So you can create these type of promotions. Now let's see how we can create different blog posts. So if you click on post, let me actually come over here, open the blog page, so that we can see how a single blog post looks like, and we can copy paste this thing. Okay, so looks like I have not created any blog post in the demo website. Let me show you how you can create your own blog post, by the way. So if by default, you will see this whole hello world over here. You obviously should be deleting this thing. This is a dummy post. Now to create a new blog post, click on this add new button. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me use some other website just to copy paste the blog details. So if I open this blog post, this is the blog post title. So I'll paste it over here. And in the bottom, whatever your content is, you will enter your content at the bottom. So if you see, for example, this is this is a title, or this is a heading, you can copy and paste in this thing. This is when you copy paste anything or type in anything, this is just a regular paragraph. If you want to make it heading, click on this thing and select heading. Okay, now as you can see, you can make it heading 2, heading 3, and after that, below this thing, you can add, this is simple text. So we'll copy and paste it in this simple text. And below this thing, if you want to add something like this is basically a block quote. So you can click on this plus button over here and search for block quote. You will see this quote option. Now whatever your quote is, for example, this is my quote, maybe this much. Copy it, paste it under quote, and under citation, whatever the name is. So whoever has quoted that thing. Then you can also add these kind of list, and in fact you can also add different columns. So to add new column or to add multiple columns, again click on this plus button, search for columns. Here you have this thing. Now how many columns? Maybe we want 2 columns, 50-50. So we'll select this option. In the left column, maybe I want to display a list, so search for list, and you can create your own list like this we have created over here. I'll just copy and paste it over here. Obviously you can create your own list. Do the same thing over here, search for list, create a new list. So just like we have seen Elementor, this is how this also works, very much similar. Then if you want to add any image, you can click on this plus button, add an image, and so on. Now at the right hand side under blog post, you can give it some category. So maybe let's give it a category of news or blog post. Click on add new category, and you can also give some featured image that will display at top like this. So let's select some featured image for this. I'll just upload one of these images that we have used. Click on set featured image and publish this post. So this is how a single blog post is created. If you open this in a new tab, this is how it will look like. You have your title, all the things that you have added. This is how it looks like. Okay, let's come back to this dashboard. Now let's see how we can create. In fact, we have created all the pages. Just 2 pages are left, about page and contact page. We have to use Elementor for those as well, but obviously I'm not going to waste a lot of time because we have already seen how to use Elementor on the home page. So I'll give you 2 pages. In fact, I'll give you the file of these pages. You can just import them on your website. Let me show you how you can do that. So click on pages, add new to add a new page. Under title, type in about us, and from the template you have to select WilCity page builder. Here it is. Select this option and publish this page. Now click on edit with Elementor. Now if you open the file that you have downloaded, in that you'll see pages folder, and in this pages folder you'll see about page and contact page file. So come back to this thing, click on this folder icon, add template, go to my templates. Right now you won't see any templates, so you'll need to import one. Click on this import template and select this file. So go to pages, select about us WilCity, open this file. Now once it is imported, just click on insert, and this entire page will be imported for you just like this. Now whatever changes you want to do, you can just select this thing. For example, if you want to change the title, click on title. We have already seen this thing in the home page, just change the content. Similarly, if you want to change this thing, click on it. Instead of this image, you can add some other image. Instead of this text, you can add some other text. And instead of this image, so you can just replace this with your own content. So page is created, designed for you, just need to change the content. Now again, come back to dashboard. Let's create our contact page. So again, add new. Let's give it a title of contact us. And again, template will be WilCity page builder, publish this post. Now edit with Elementor, import template. Again, go to my templates. We already have this thing. Now let's import this contact page template as well. Open. Now we can insert this template. Okay, so this is how it looks like. We don't have the contact form. So if you click on this contact info, you need to select this contact form 7. One form will be already created for you. Just select that form. Okay, now this is the form. At the left hand side, you have all the details. If you want to change this detail, click on item 1. Instead of this address, enter your own address. Similarly, select item 2. Instead of this phone number, just type in whatever your phone number is. It will, display over here on this website. And after that, update this page. Now again, come back to dashboard and let's create a blog page. So a page wherein we can display all the different blogs that we are creating on our home page. So again, come back to dashboard and add a new page. Click on add new. Give it a title of blog. And publish this page. Now just like we set home page, we also have to set this blog page. So if you come back to your dashboard and if you hover over settings and click on reading, you will see under post page you have to select this blog and click on save changes. Now with this, everything is completed except for header and footer. So everything is done except for this header and footer. We have not seen, we have not created this menu. We have not seen how to change this logo, and we don't have our footer right now. So let's fix this header and footer thing. Again, come back to your dashboard. Now under appearance, you'll see this widgets option. In fact, before widgets, let's create a menu. So under appearance, click on menus. Now let's first create our main menu, which is this menu. Okay, as you can see. So let's give it a title of main menu or primary menu, whatever title you want, and click on create menu. Now select what all pages you want over here. So maybe I want home page, blog page, about page, and search page. Okay, maybe these 4 pages. I'll select this thing. If you want to add more pages, if you want to add your contact page as well, you can select this thing. I want to bring search page at top. And once you create your main menu, always make sure you tick mark this thing, WilCity menu, and click on save menu. Now if you come back to your website and refresh it, you can see your menu over here. Will obviously fix the design and all. Now let's create one more menu. Click on create a new menu, and this is for footer. In the footer also you'll see we have created 2 different menus. So we can create footer 1, and after that you can create footer 2. I'll show you footer 1. Similarly, you can create footer 2 as well. So give it any title, click on create menu. Now select all the pages you want. So here, as you can see, we have selected around 7 pages. So whatever pages you want, you can select them and click on add to menu. This time you don't have to tick mark anything at the bottom, just click on save menu. Now with this, you have created your menus. Now we can fix the widgets. So under appearance, click on widgets, and this is related to footer and some other pages. First, let's see the footer thing. So this is how it will look like. You have to do one thing. You have to select footer 1, 2, 3 and 4. Under footer 1, we want to first add an image, and after that we want to add this statistics. So first click on this, select footer 1, click on this plus button, search for image and upload your image. Now whatever I think we have already uploaded the logo. Maybe not. So let's upload our logo. Obviously you will upload your own logo. I'll just upload this dummy logo over here. Click on open and now click on select. Now below this thing, I want to add statistics. So I'll search for that. Here, as you can see, WilCity statistics, and it will automatically display. So as you can see, it will display number of places, total number of people and all. Right. Now you can minimize footer 1. Let's go to footer 2. We have this menu over here in the footer 2. So I'll copy the title, discover, come over here. Under footer 2, search for navigation menu. Select this option and I'll give it a title of discover and select footer 1. Similarly, go to footer 3 and search for navigation. And for this, if you had created another menu, you can select that menu and give it some other title. Then after that, at the end, we have this thing, MailChimp. So you can click on footer 4, click on this plus button, search for MailChimp, select WilCity MailChimp. Now, if you want to learn how to integrate MailChimp on your website, how to do free email marketing and all, there is a video on my channel, on my YouTube channel. If you just go to YouTube and search for Nayesh Sheikh MailChimp email marketing or just Nayesh Sheikh MailChimp, you'll get that video. Make sure to watch that video. You'll learn how to use MailChimp on your website, how to integrate it with your website, and how to do free email marketing with that. Now update this page. Now again, if you come back to your website and refresh it, let's go at the bottom. You can see this is how it is looking. Okay, so this is working. Now you need to create one more menu. If you want, you can create, in fact, you can select this option, listing taxonomy sidebar, and you can add those promotion thing. So if you search for promotion, you'll see there are so many different promotion option. WilCity promotion, location, single page, single listing. If you select single listing, on single listing page, you can select different promotions. You can give it some title like suggestions or similar, something like that. Okay. You can also change these things. After that, you can just update it. Now, once you update this thing, you have to go to this option. If you remember, we had created this option. If you hover over Wiloke tools, you will see listing settings. Open that in a new tab. We have already seen how to set different sidebar, how to control these widgets, how to control this thing at top under this sidebar listing, under this thing, listing settings. You have to select a single sidebar, and we have already added promotion, but now we have to select a promotion ID. If you remember, we have added this ID 1. Make sure you select this promotion ID 1 over here. Once you create more promotions, you can add more promotion tabs over here and you can select those IDs. Now go at the bottom and click on save changes, which is over here. And now this thing will start working. You can see different promoted listings on different other listings. Okay, so this is working. Now we can again cut this thing. If you want, you can add more promotion option. You can search for promotion category. You can add promoted categories, promoted locations. All those things can be added from here. Now finally, let's see our theme settings. So if you see under appearance, you will see theme options. Click on that because we have to change the logo and all. We can also style this thing a little bit. So go to logo. Similarly, if you see the single listing, I don't want this thing as my header. I want that slider image as my header. So for that, all those things you will do that under theme settings. So first, let's start with general setting. First, you can upload your fav icon. So let me show you what a fav icon is. Now for fav icon, you should upload something like this, a square image like this. If I select this thing, I'll show you what a fav icon is. If I save this thing, if I open my same website in a new tab, and if I refresh it, let me show you what a fav icon is. Now, as you can see, this is a fav icon. It will display it over here. Like you have Google and YouTube fav icons, that is what it is. Okay. Now you can upload your logo. So I'll upload my logo. I'll select this logo, click on select. For Retina logo also, you can select a higher resolution logo for this thing. You can select menu color, whether you want transparent menu or dark background menu, you can select all these things. Then we have front end dashboard, register and user. Let's see if you have anything useful. Okay, login register type. We want to redirect our people to user dashboard. So whenever someone logs into to the website or create a new account with your website, we want to redirect them to the user dashboard page. So redirect the page after creating an account. You can select this option. And after that, click on save settings. And one more setting, if you see over here, confirm user email. Now, if you remember when I created that account on this website in a new private window, I entered my email password and after that I was successfully logged in. So in that process, email was not verified. So because this is by default disabled, if you enable this thing, so whenever a new person creates an account on your website, they will have to first verify their email address. So they will get some code on their email or some link. They will have to click on that link and they will have to verify the email. Only then they can create this thing, or only then they can create an account on your website. Then after that, we have users. So you can have a default avatar. So here also, again, if you see your website, we don't see any avatar over here. Like we have this thing. So you can set a default avatar and cover image for your website. Let me set a default avatar over here. We don't have any. So let me upload that thing. I've given you this image as well. So this is maybe my default user image or avatar. Now we can click on select. Rest everything looks good. Save changes. Again, if you come back to this website, refresh it. After that, you should see that default avatar. So if a person or a contributor has not changed their profile image, this will be the default image. Then we have customize. Okay, this is not really important. Map we have already seen. Now search settings. Okay, search page is not the shop page. You should select this search page over here. So under search, select this search page. You can select full width or default. Then after that, rest everything looks good. Click on save changes. Now under directory type, let's see. I think everything is good. Map page, again, this will be a search page, not shop page. And rest everything looks good, I guess. Yes, click on save changes. Now add listing general setting. Yeah, everything is good over here. Booking setting. If you want to enable booking setting, you can create an affiliate account on booking.com and add that option. Google AdSense, you can see this option. In fact, you can open this link in a new tab. So this is the documentation page. You can go through this documentation and learn how you can insert Google Ads on this page, okay, on your website. In fact, this documentation is pretty good. If you go to this website, documentation.wilcity.com/knowledge base. Okay, if you go to this website, this is a pretty good documentation. If you have any problem related to this website or theme, you can refer to this documentation. Then we have the blog page, a sidebar. Everywhere we have this right sidebar. Then social network, you can enter your social network links, your Facebook, Twitter links. Then for footer, change this copyright text. Instead of this, I'll type in 2021 made by Nayesh Sheikh. All right, click on save changes, and after that the rest everything is good. Just under this advanced settings, if you want to change the style of your website a little bit, for example, if you see your website right now, This is how it is looking. My website is looking a little bit better. If you see the demo website, you might not be able to see all the different changes. For example, the font family that I've used over here is different. If you see the menu, this looks different. This menu looks different. Also, this button looks a little bit different. The padding is different, but this button looks bigger. So there are some subtle changes that I've done on my website. So if you want to do those things, you can open the file that you have downloaded and you can open this CSS folder. Okay, basically CSS file, copy everything from here, come back to advanced, and under custom CSS paste in this thing. Okay, after that it will start working. Just one more thing, if you see the very first code is this post ID 13 and 14. Now for me it was post ID 13 and 14, but for you it might be different. So post ID 13 and 14 is basically for cart page and checkout page, because our cart page was small and checkout page was also small. I made it full width. If you see over here, I have just made it full width. So you just have to confirm that your cart page and checkout page ID. So if you open pages in a new tab, you will see your cart page and checkout page. So if you open this cart page, if you click on edit, now once you edit this thing, you can see at top post is equal to 13. So this is the ID 13. So here, okay, we have 13. If it was 26, so what you would have done is instead of 13, you would have just made it 26 like this. But because it is also 13, I don't want to change this thing. Then we have this checkout page. So select this, edit. This post ID is equal to 14, which is good. So here also it is 14, so we don't need to change this thing. Now click on save changes. Now if you open your cart page, for example, let me show you that cart page. If I open this cart page, now as you can see it is full width, and also all these things are also changed. If I open a single listing or if I open this search page, everything is looking now much better because of this simple CSS that I've given you. If I open this single listing, everything is popping, so looking much better. This icon colors are now changed. Earlier it was different color. If you notice that, I don't know. But now these icons color are changed. All these things are now changed. This is looking a much better design. Okay. Okay, we have not seen this slider, how we can make this thing slider. I think it will be under directory type, I guess. Yeah, here it is. Featured image type, make it not this thing. In fact, it is at top listing template. Yeah, slider. Under listing template, make it slider, and image, make it full or make it large. Okay, make it large and save this page. Again, if you come back to this page and refresh it, now you should see that slider like this. So basically what it is doing, it is getting all these media files from bottom, all these images, gallery images, and converting it into this slider. Okay, so this is how it is done. Now people can come, they can go through the listing, they can inbox it. If they want to contact this listing owner, they can message this person, and all these things that we have created is now 100% working, as you can see on your screen. Alright, so with this we have 100% completed this tutorial. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you find this video helpful, if you learned something new from this video, then make sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. Now if you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video and share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. And finally, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.